Let me quickly explain what's happening in this fetch code in a very simple way. Using the async. What that means is this function is going to perform something that takes time, in this case, talking to a server. Then inside the function, I use await fetch https://api.example.com/users. What fetch does is send an HTTP request from the browser to a server. Think of it like asking the server, hey, can you give me the user's data? Now, fetch returns something called a promise. A promise means the result is not ready yet, it could be pending, resolved, or rejected. That's why we use await. Await pauses the function until the server responds. Once we get the response, we check response.ok. This is very important. It checks if the request was successful, meaning status codes like 200 to 299. If it's something like 404 or 500, we throw an error and handle it in the catch block. After confirming it worked, we use await response.json. This converts the raw HTTP response into usable JavaScript data, usually JSON format. Finally, we return the data so we can use it in our application. And if anything fails, maybe no internet or server error, the catch block logs the error so we can debug it properly. So in simple terms, fetch sends the request. Await waits for the result. We check if it worked. We convert it to JSON. Then we use the data. That's how your frontend talks to real servers. Example: this is a global data dashboard demo coding work. When I write code, fetch https://rescountries.com/v3.1/name/plus country name. What I'm doing is sending an HTTP request from the browser to an external server. The browser says, "Hey server, give me data about this country." That server responds with JSON data, basically structured information. Now, fetch returns something called a promise. That's why we use await. We pause the code until the server responds. After that, we convert the response into JSON using response.json. So in simple terms, fetch sends request. Server sends data. We convert it and display it on the screen. That's how your frontend talks to real-world data. To avoid long video clips, I will post the video of this global data dashboard demo work codes in my next video. Like, share and subscribe.